Okay, so here's a quick overview of the bike that I'm going to be filming with. We have, if I can turn it on, there we go. So we have the Gazelle Medeo T10 Plus HMB. So this is from Gazelle. It retails just over £3 and big shout out to my local bike shop, Bert's, up here in New York. Fantastic company to deal with. So let's see what we get with this guy. So going from the front, we've got a Purion display here, which gives you the kind of, it gives you basic information, you know, your range. You've got 4 modes of assist, going from Eco up to Tour, up to Sport, and up to Turbo, which is great for some of the hills around here in New York State. And it also gives you an idea of your maximum range. So it basically tells me here that I have got, it presupposes 48 miles of range on Eco mode. What that boils down to though is what the motor is telling the computer based on your last mile of riding. And according to Gazelle's website, the Bosch Performance Line motors take measurements at over 1,000 times a second, which is pretty interesting. So we have a 500 hour watt-hour battery, which is down here in this black panel on the down tube, and it integrates right into the frame here. Your charging port is here. Not the best placement in my opinion. I would be quite happy if it was, you know, further up. But you've got your proprietary charging brick, which in this case is 4 amps, and it charges the bike completely from 0 to 100 in less than 5 hours, which is pretty good because my other bike doesn't do that. Apologies for the heating system. When I first got the bike, I wasn't very impressed with the saddle. I thought this is going to be really uncomfortable, but it turns out to be actually very comfortable. And I have married this up here with a Thudbuster seat post, which, if you're not familiar with suspension seat posts, I thoroughly recommend getting one. This guy also comes here with Shimano Shifters, so we've got a 9-speed cassette with these little flick switches, and you can dump 3 gears down and 2 gears up, which is actually really good when you're riding in traffic. You have Shimano hydraulic brakes front and rear, and you have integrated lights. I don't know if you guys can see that. So that's my front headlight, and you have an integrated backlight here, which is protected by the rack, and you get a really good rack, really solid rack with this bike here with the MIK system already in place. I think it just needs a plate, and you can get over 50 pounds of weight onto this rack. And I have to say, I use this bike for my shopping frequently because I don't drive. We also have an integrated cafe lock as standard, and you can buy a separate chain for that, so you can like loop it through the front wheel, or, you know, tie the bike down to something substantial so it will still be there when you come back. You've got adjustable shocks here in the front, you know, so you've got lockout, you've got preload on the other side. I can't honestly say that I've had any issues with the suspension, even given how awful the roads are here in New York. The bike has been very comfortable to ride and has absolutely taken everything that I've thrown at it over the last few months. I've only had the bike since about October. If you look at the cassette here, you've got a 9-speed cassette, and this is a Shimano Dior, which, as I understand it, because it's been a very long time since I've ridden the bike, This is actually pretty upmarket. I mean, it's a good piece of kit. Now we've got the tyres here. I've got a nice reflective strip around them. They also have puncture protection built into the tyres, which again is great, because if you if you drive locally, you'll understand how bad the roads are. There's no issues with the suspension. You've got, I believe these are dual piston or quad piston hydraulic brakes, and this bike can stop on a dime. I mean, it literally can stop on a dime, and I found that out the other day there when I almost hit a dead deer at the side of the road. You know, I was able to go to a complete controlled stop in under 10 seconds from, you know, about 28 miles an hour. So well worth it, very impressive bike. Any questions in the comments? I will be happy to answer them. I'll also give you links for the aftermarket items that I've actually added to the bike. So we've got a front light here, which is good in addition to the main light. You've got your ubiquitous phone holder. I mean, where would we be without our cell phones? And we've got a little bell, because I broke the original bell that came with the bike, and that's my fault. And then we've got these miracle mirrors here on both sides, which, you know, they've proven to be a lifesaver, because people, you know, car drivers do not pay the slightest bit of attention to us bike riders, and you know, if they can find a way to push you off the road, then some of them will do it. Not all of them. Most people I've come across have been, for the most part, actually pretty courteous, but there's always those assholes out there, isn't there? So down here we have got the sensor for cadence, and it works with this little magnet here, which is on the spoke. I know that the newer models and newer bikes don't have that, which is good. I'm planning to upgrade to another Gazelle over the coming year, and again it's going to be another 28 mile an hour class 3 bike. So that's a general rundown of the bike, and I will be trying to post content as regularly as I can on my bike rides. So any questions, you know, put them in the comments. Have a great day, folks.